I never imagined that painting our front door red for my disabled daughter would spiral into a nightmare where her prosthetic hands were shattered by a power-hungry HOA president. When that woman snapped my child's artificial fingers, she didn't just break a piece of equipment, she unleashed a storm that exposed years of corruption, cruelty, and greed in our quiet neighborhood. But as the gavel fell, I couldn't help but wonder, would justice heal my daughter's fragile spirit, or had the cost of this fight already broken us? It all started with a car crash that changed our lives forever. My daughter, Lily, was only 12 when a drunk driver slammed into us on our way home from her piano recital. She lost both hands that night, and after 14 grueling surgeries, she was finally adapting to her new prosthetic hands. They weren't cheap, insurance barely covered half, so I took a night job to pay the rest. One afternoon, as I helped Lily practice picking up coins for her therapy, she looked up with those big, serious eyes. "Dad, why's our house so dull?" she asked, her mechanical fingers trembling around a penny. "Everyone at school talks about their cool houses, but ours is just beige with a boring white door." My heart ached. The accident had stolen her hands, her confidence, her spark. "What would make it less dull, kiddo?" I asked. Her face lit up. "Can we paint the door red? Like super bright red. It's my favorite color, and it'd make me happy coming home from therapy." How could I say no to that? That weekend, we bought the brightest red paint we could find. Lily held the tray while I painted, giggling when I got some on my nose. "You look like a clown, Dad." She laughed, and that sound mended something broken in me. When we finished, Lily stood staring at the door for 20 minutes. "It's perfect," she whispered, tracing the dry paint with her prosthetic fingertips. "Now I'll always know where home is." For 3 days, life felt lighter. Lily started wearing her prosthetics without me nagging, waving goodbye with those metal fingers glinting in the sun as she headed to the bus. That red door became her beacon, guiding her home each day. Then came the knock that ruined everything. I opened the door to find Margaret Pierce, head of our Oakwood Heights HOA, standing there with a scowl that could sour milk. Her gray hair was pulled into a tight bun, and she gripped a clipboard like it was a sword. "Mr. Carter," she snapped, skipping any pleasantries, "this door viola Section 4.3 of the HOA bylaws. Exterior colors need pre-approval with Form 7B and 3 color samples." I tried explaining about Lily, how the red door helped her cope. "It's vital for her recovery," I said. Pierce cut me off. "Rules don't bend for sob stories. Repaint in 48 hours or face adieu, law 100 daily fine." Behind me, Lily's prosthetic hands shook. She always trembled when upset. "But it's my favorite color," she said softly. "It helps me feel brave." Pierce's eyes flicked to Lily's hands, her lip curling. "We all make sacrifices for the community aesthetic," she said coldly. "Those attachments are quite unusual, but we don't complain about looking at them, do we?" Lily stumbled back like she'd been hit. Rage burned in my chest. "Get off my property," I said quietly. "Now." That night, Lily sobbed in her room, trying to remove her prosthetics. "Mrs. Pierce thinks they're ugly," she cried. "The kids at school are right." "You sat beside her, outspoken. Your hands are beautiful because they let you do amazing things," I told her. "That woman's wrong about everything." I stayed up reading the HOA's 94-page bylaws. Nothing banned red doors outright, just the approval rule. The next day, I photographed other doors in the neighborhood. Navy at the Lopez house, green at the Browns, even a bright yellow at Pierce's friend Clara's. None had approvals listed in the public records. I wasn't repainting, not when it meant dimming Lily's light. The next morning, Lily agreed to wear her prosthetics again, but only with gloves to hide them. I made her favorite Mickey Mouse pancakes, hoping to lift her spirits. "Are we going to have to change the door, Dad?" she asked, cutting her pancake with her modified fork. "No, sweetheart," I said. "Some rules aren't worth following when they hurt the people we love." I dropped her at school and went to work, checking my phone for HOA messages. Nothing. But when I picked Lily up, she seemed lighter, even taking off her gloves. Then we turned onto our street, and she gasped. Our red door was splattered with white paint, the word violation dripping down it. Worse, a small package sat on the doorstep. Before I could stop her, Lily opened it. Inside was a red-painted mannequin hand, snapped at the wrist, with a note. Violations must be corrected. Lily screamed. Her prosthetic fingers spasming stress response her doctor had warned about. I held her as she sobbed, rage boiling inside me. This wasn't about a door anymore. This was about my daughter's dignity. I called the police. Officer Daniels arrived, taking photos of the vandalism and the mannequin hand. "You think Mrs. Pierce did this?" he asked. "I can't prove it yet," I admitted, "but the threat's clear." He sighed. "Without VY Deo, this is tough. I'll file a report, but HOA disputes are usually CI-VYL matters." After he left, Lily refused dinner and said she wasn't going to school. "Everyone will laugh at me," she whispered. I stroked her hair, vowing no one would hurt her again. The next morning, 5 violation notices were taped to our ruined door. Unapproved landscaping, improper trash cans, Lily's hopscotch chalk, our bird feeder, even her wheelchair ramp from last year. I was leave EYD. My neighbor, Mike Torres, approached cautiously. "Margaret's targeting you," he said. "She's never cited bird feeders before half the neighborhood has them." He lowered his voice. "My cousin's on the HOA board. Pierce has been skimming funds for years. Anyone who questions her gets buried in fines." That changed everything. Instead of repainting, I spent the day planning. Lily helped me map the neighborhood, marking houses with uncited violations like ours. "It's like a detective game," she said, her prosthetics holding the map's corners. 3 neighbors confirmed Pierce's bullying after they'd questioned HOA finances. We called an emergency HOA meeting at the community center. That evening, I arrived with Lily and 12 neighbors. Pierce sat at the front, annoyed by the turnout. "This meeting wasn't properly noticed," she began. I cut in. Section 12.4 allows emergency meetings with 10 homeowners for safety or financial concerns. We have both. I showed photos of our vandalized door and the mannequin hand. Gasps filled the room. Then I displayed a spreadsheet of selective rule enforcement. "My daughter's been traumatized," I said, "and we have a VY Denke of financial misconduct." Pierce's face turned red. "Your inappropriate door and your daughter's unsightly accommodations are the issue," she spat. The room went quiet. Lily stood, Remo VYing her gloves to show her prosthetics. "My hands help me do what everyone else can," she said, voice shaking but firm. "They're not ugly. They're just different." Then it happened. Pierce lunged for my EVY Denke folder. Lily reached to protect, itched help gather it, proud of our work. Their hands collided, and Pierce deliberately twisted Lily's prosthetic wrist, snapping 3 fingers. Lily screamed as the do law 43,000 to VYC hung broken, its sensors sending pain through her nerves. Neighbors restrained Pierce as someone called 911. I cradled Lily, who stared at her ruined hand. "She broke me again, Daddy," she whispered. Paramedics rushed Lily to the hospital while police handcuffed Pierce. That night, I learned the assault was just the tip of the iceberg. A forensic audit uncovered due la 230,000 Pierce had embezzled, and 6 families came forward with stories of her harassment. The hospital confirmed Lily's prosthetic needed replacing due la 57,000, not covered by insurance. A reporter, Lisa Hayes from Channel 5, approached me. "Your neighbors tipped us off," she said. "Will you share your story?" I hesitated, but neighbors like Mrs. Khan, who'd fought Pierce over her disabled parking spot, urged me. "This isn't just about a door," she said. The next morning, our story hit the news. HOA president assaults disabled girl over door color. By noon, it was national. Our GoFundMe for Lily's prosthetic hit due la 120,000. Lily watched from her hospital bed, stunned. "All these people care about me?" she asked. "They care about what's right," I said. Detective Lopez VY cited as Lily was discharged. "We searched Pierce's home and HOA office," he said. "She kept records of her harassment campaigns and stole overdue la 230,000 for vacations and a secret condo." He showed me a text from Pierce to her deputy, Carl Reed. "The disabled kid and her door are perfect targets. Force them out, and that lot's ideal for my sister's landscaping deal." Pierce had targeted Lily to profit from our home. Worse, she'd kept souvenirs from other VY Timshow's keys, photos, even a child's hearing aid she'd confiscated. Back home, our vandalized door stayed untouched. Now, EVY Denke. Neighbors brought food and shared their own Pierce horror stories. The Wilsons nearly lost their home after Pierce tripled their fines when their daughter got cancer. Lily, showing grit, made a sign, "Our red door stays." "I'm done hiding," she said. Clara Hayes, Pierce's old friend, brought Lily 3 ceramic hands in different colors. "I should have spoken up," Clara admitted, tears in her eyes. Pierce threatened to expose my old debts. The DA charged Pierce with assault, embezzlement, harassment, fraud, and EVY Denke tampering. She rejected a 15-year plea, claiming Lily attacked her. Her lawyer, Vanessa Brooks, was ruthless, demanding Lily's medical records to paint her as unstable, her prosthetics as weapons. Media turned ugly. Some outlets questioned if our red door undermined community values. Trolls called Lily's disability a weapon. One night, Lily found a cruel comment thread and shut down. "Maybe we should move," she whispered, staring at her broken prosthetic. "Running's easier," I said. "But if we go, Pierce wins, and the next kid like you suffers." Lily nodded. "I want to testify, Dad. People need to see me as a person, not a news story." Pride and fear gripped me. "Are you sure?" I asked. "No," she smiled faintly, "but it's right." The FBI got involved, uncovering Pierce's scams in 3 other states. Lily, arranging her ceramic hands on her windowsill, said, "Our red door was meant to happen. Someone had to stop her, and maybe it had to be someone who knows what it's like to be broken." In court, Lily took the stand, her prosthetics gleaming. "Mrs. Pierce got mad when Dad showed her rule-breaking," she said, staring at Pierce. "She twisted my hand until it broke." Brooks pounced. "Didn't your prosthetic malfunction?" and grab her. Lily didn't flinch. "My hands only do what I tell them." When Brooks implied Lily sought revenge, the judge stepped in. Lily leaned into the mic. "I've been sad and scared, but I never hurt anyone. Mrs. Pierce hurt me because she wanted our house." The courtroom buzzed. A forensic accountant revealed Pierce stole $943,000 across 4 communities, targeting vulnerable homeowners for profit. 7 neighbors testified about her cruelty. Mr. Chun fined $27,000 for his late wife's hospital bed. The Harrison Sayre VYC dog poisoned. I testified last. That red door was the first thing to make Lily happy again. Some things are worth fighting for. The bombshell came when Carl Reed testified for immunity. Margaret said disabled people were easy targets. No jury would believe them over her, he said. Pierce's defense crumbled. On the stand, she ranted. That family was a blight with their special needs and colors. The jury took 4 hours. Guilty on all counts. At sentencing, Judge Torres was stern. Your cruelty targeted the vulnerable, including a disabled child, for profit. Pierce got 40 years 10 for assault, 15 for embezzlement, 15 for conspiracy and fraud, consecutive. She paid $500,000 to Lily for medical costs and suffering. Gasps filled the room. 6 months later, our red door shines bright. The new HOA, with 2 disabled board members, rewrote the bylaws. The Lily Carter rule ensures accommodations without hassle. Lily's a local hero. Her disability rights project won a state award, and she'll testify for a law limiting HOA powers. She's designing colorful prosthetic covers for other kids, the first with a tiny red door and ceramic hand inside. I want kids to know being different isn't wrong, she said. At an HOA meeting, now a friendly event, Lily whispered, I'm glad we didn't give up. Me too, I said, watching her confidently handle her notes. We weren't just fighting for a door, she smiled. We were fighting for everyone who needed someone to stand up first. In that moment, I saw my daughter become who she was meant to be, not despite this fight, but because of it. But here's where I need your thoughts. Was 40 years too harsh for Pierce? Or did her cruelty deserve even more? Should HOAs have the power to control things like door colors? Or is that an overreach? And what would you do if someone targeted your family for being different? Fight or flee? Drop your take in the comments. Hit that like button if this story hit you hard, and subscribe for more real-life dramas that'll keep you thinking.